Hello and welcome to the Japanese Grand Prix. It's tyre manufacturer Bridgestone's home Grand Prix, as well as that of Honda. Looks like a Toyota engine has let go in a big way. I think that's Ralph. It is. Ralf Schumacher retires from the race.
With the first lap completed, the field looks like this. Alonso leads.
Try and maintain this driving. You're moving superbly to the field.
The drivers start their third lap. Alonso leads. Barrichello second. Fisichella is third. Michael Schumacher is right on his tail. Kimi Räikkönen fifth. Sato is sixth. Jacques Villeneuve seventh. And in eighth is Webber. He's now the fastest man on the circuit.
Australian Mark Webber is the quickest man on the track through Sector 1.
It looks as if the VAR mechanics are preparing for a stop.
It looks as if they'll be bringing in one of their drivers this lap.
records a new fastest time for the second sector.
You reduced the gap by another second last lap. Nice one. We've got the best time so far through that last sector. Fastest lap time. You just posted the quickest time so far. Keep it up.
Lap 4 of this Grand Prix, Alonso leads. Rubens Barrichello is right on his tail. Fisichella is third. Michael Schumacher fourth. Kimi Raikkonen fifth. In sixth is Webber. He's just set the fastest lap of the race. Jacques Villeneuve seventh and Button eighth.
That's great driving. You're now ahead of Kimi Raikkonen.
The mechanics are out in the Renault pits.
Great time for sector 1. Keep it going.
Australian Mark Webber is the quickest man on the track through sector 1. The race leader enters the pits. He makes his first stop on lap 4. Let's see who the top 8 drivers are. Barrichello leads, Webber is second. Giancarlo Fisichella is just 2 seconds back. Schumacher is 4th. Kimi Raikkonen 5th. Jacques Villeneuve is 6th. 7th is Button. And in 8th place is David Coulthard. Juan Pablo completes his stop.
He should slot back into 15th place.
That's the fastest you've been through the first sector this session.
Australian Mark Webber is the quickest man on the track through sector 1.
Out of our commentary box window, we can see the Ferrari mechanics preparing for action. They'll be bringing in one of their cars this lap. The Sauber team are out, ready for one of their cars.
That must be for Jacques Villeneuve.
Come in for your stop at the end of this lap. Your stop is at the end of this lap.
Rubens Barrichello puts in the fastest time for sector 2 so far. Into the pits comes the race leader.
Into the pits comes the race leader. He's in for his first pit stop on lap number 5.
Webber makes his exit from the pits.
He rejoins the race in 7th.
The mechanics are out in the Renault pits.
Giancarlo Fisichella will be pitting this lap.
You're making good progress moving up the pack.
Out of our commentary box window, we can see the Ferrari mechanics preparing for action.
That must be for Michael Schumacher.
I can see the Williams mechanics out in the pit lane.
Nick Heidfeld will be pitting this lap.
We can see plenty of activity down in the McLaren garage right now. That must be for Kimi Raikkonen.
The Red Bull mechanics are out in the pit lane.
Christian Klien will be pitting this lap. We can see the Jordan mechanics out in the pit lane now.
They'll be getting ready to receive Thiago Monteiro. One of the Jordans has just pulled up with what must be an engine failure. That must be Carter Cahan. Carter Cahan is out of the race.
You're moving progressively and nicely up the field.
The race leader dives into the pit lane. Fisichella pits.
He makes his first stop on lap 6. Raikkonen pits. Heidfeld comes in for his stop. He's in for his first stop on lap number 6.
With 5 laps of the checkered flag.
Fisichella exits the pits.
He should slot back into third place. Making a hasty exit from the pit lane is Nick Heidfeld. He rejoins the race in 11th.
We're at 2/3 race distance. First is Mark Webber. Rubens Barrichello trails him by 3 seconds. Alonso is third. Fisichella fourth. Michael Schumacher is dropping back in 5th. Kimi Raikkonen has completed his first stop and is now in 6th. Sato is 7th and Jacques Villeneuve 8th.
Australian Mark Webber is the quickest man on the track through sector 1. Barrichello puts in the fastest time for sector 2 so far.
You've posted the fastest lap time.
We're now 3/4 of the way into the race. First is Mark Webber. He's just set the fastest lap of the race so far. 5 seconds behind him is Rubens Barrichello. Alonso is third. Behind his teammate in 4th is Giancarlo Fisichella. In 5th is Michael Schumacher. Raikkonen 6th. Sato is 7th. Jacques Villeneuve is 8th. Jenson Button is lapping significantly faster than Jacques Villeneuve ahead of him.
Australian Mark Webber is the quickest man on the circuit through sector 1.
Mark Webber sets a new fastest time for the second sector.
Excellent lap time. That's the fastest lap of the race so far.
Australian Mark Webber is the quickest man on the track through sector 1. Jacques Villeneuve really needs to dig in deep now. He lost 0.2 of a second in the first sector alone.
sets a new fastest time for the second sector.
You put in your best time so far through the previous sector. You're doing well. You've lowered the fastest lap time.
Lap 10. First is Mark Webber. He's now the fastest man on the circuit. Barrichello second. Alonso is third. Behind his teammate in fourth is Giancarlo Fisichella. In fifth is Michael Schumacher. Raikkonen sixth. Sato is seventh. Jacques Villeneuve trails him by 3 seconds. Jacques Villeneuve has to keep his concentration. He lost another 0.3 in that first sector.
You just put in your best time through sector 2.
Mark Webber sets a new fastest time for the second sector. Jacques Villeneuve has lost 1/10 of a second to the car behind.
Great time for sector 1, keep it going.
Australian Mark Webber is the quickest man on the circuit through sector 1. Only seconds to go before the leaders cross the line. A stunning win for Mark Webber, unbelievable. A respectable second for Barrichello. In third is Alonso.